Good evening. Am I on? Let's see. Oh, okay. Yeah, we're up. How are you? Good to see everybody. Starting on San Antonio International as I get Facebook up and going. Can't do the fancy open tonight. Couple of small technical difficulties. 97 today. So notice that again, we're where we should be. Not exactly. I mean, we should be stopping at 96 if we're going to get technical and exact. But 103 stays in place, that's for sure, as the record high from 1951. And so, one thing's for sure, we're heading into the final days of July. In fact, we begin our hottest month of the year this week. We also begin the most active hurricane month this week. So, we're going to take a look at both tonight. First is going to be the dog days of summer. We're really starting to hit some of the hottest temps. Hello, Barbara. We've only had 4 100-degree days thus far. I think we hit at least 5 this week. We will hit number 5 this week. All right, first things first, before we get into more of the heat, what is waiting for you tomorrow morning could be some fog. Expecting it to develop by 6, 7 a.m. and really impact I-10 East, I-37 South, 181 South, anything east and southeast of the city runs into some pretty good fog. Even up I-35, you can see visibility stays under 3 miles between here and New Braunfels, even up towards San Marcos, up to 3. I think looks like 7 to 8 a.m. hours when we're going to see the most of any fog develop. But this future visibility is what you're looking at for 7 a.m. Well, hello, Marcy. There's Sandy. How are the owls in Hondo tonight? Good to see you in Hondo. Yeah, the one spot, I'm telling you, Medina County, despite all the rain of June and July, we still have exceptional drought across Medina County, worst hit spot. So you can see by 9:30, 10 a.m., the fog will lift. I'm not expecting very much. As we're not expecting very much here either. The radar is going to be pretty quiet, Sandy. I'm sorry for not only Hondo, but all of us. Most of this week is underneath the dome of high pressure, warm air aloft. We're going to be capped off. I don't think we get a chance of seeing a drop until Friday at the earliest. It looks like another weekend rain chance like we had this past weekend for Saturday, Sunday, and running almost exactly the same, about 20 to 30% both days. So there's a few of the showers that did materialize near Victoria, went right up 77 towards Hallettsville, but really nothing more than that. Oh, I'm not going to be able to do that. And so that's really the forecast this week. We're looking at 2 ridges, southeastern U.S., western U.S., and northern Mexico to be our weather players this week, keeping us really quiet. They are a hoot. Oh, come on now. Them owls are a hoot. Hi, Patricia. Hey, Anna, how are you? Bulverde. Blessings to Bulverde tonight. Great to see you, Anna. Barbara, tell you how. Oh, thank you very much, Barbara. That's very kind. Oh, I wanted to show you all my shirt. This is a San Antonio Missions. Look at that. Isn't that a cool shirt? Dia de los Muertos, when they had these jerseys. San Antonio Missions, one of my favorite shirts. All right, let's head over to the tropics. This is, again, the month where we see the most action. And right now it's pretty quiet. You can see the Atlantic Basin, not much going on out there except for the ITCZ, the Intertropical Convergence Zone. That's where you, at the bottom right-hand corner, where you see those thunderstorms flaring up. That's where the trade winds converge, right at the equator. And so you'll always get some pretty good thunderstorms lining up there. But here's the action. We've got high probability on the storm closer to Mexico, but you see how it's moving west. So even developing into a hurricane, which it does appear is going to happen, it doesn't even throw moisture into Mexico, never mind as far north as South Texas. But these are always the storms you keep a close eye on. They're closer to Mexico because of just that. They can really influence our weather. And then the other system closer to Hawaii is going to have a also high probability where you see orange. It's going to be at least a 40 or 50% chance of developing in the next several days. But like I said, for us, it's going to be pretty quiet. There was a little bit of Saharan dust in the air today, but air quality stayed good. In fact, we couldn't even get any better. It was level green today, so that's always good. David, accurate SATs in the TCZ are relatively low, maybe suggesting a quiet hurricane season. You know, we're in neutrality, so sea surface temps are always something, you know, in between a La Nina and an El Nino that we're going to watch closely. But yeah, that's definitely a factor. That's good stuff, David. Hey, Jacob. Emma, happy birthday to Emma. Happy birthday, dear Emma. Happy birthday from Bill Taylor and the KENS 5 Digital Center, 84. Wow, God bless you from Bill Taylor. I'm going to have to take a toast from the KENS 5 mug to you. David, there it is. Emma, happy birthday. It's good stuff. All right, so there's the weekend rain chances. Always fun to celebrate a birthday on our Facebook Q&A. And it's the only chance of the entire 14-day forecast. Saturday and Sunday, 20 to 30%. That's it. It'll take temperatures down a few degrees, but in the next few days, hydrate up. Wash the cars. I mean, we're in good shape. Wear the sunscreen. You know, especially late afternoon. We start the mornings cloudy, and gradually throughout the day, the clouds will erode. And so by the time you get to 3, 4 p.m., 5, 6 p.m., mostly clear skies. And then the evenings are typically mostly clear as well before the clouds roll back in overnight. And like I said, even tonight, a little bit of fog develops. So it's a bit of a temperature forecast moving forward. Again, slight chance of rain. Tropics are quiet. Let's talk about Emma's birthday. No one has ever complained of a parachute not opening. That's good. Kerrville, chance of rain? No. Over the weekend, but like I say, these chances aren't anything more than isolated. Very similar to what we saw Saturday, Sunday this past weekend. You know, they can be healthy downpours. I mean, there was some heavy rain in parts of the city this weekend. Oh yeah, David. It's you know, the good thing about camping, you can find some shade, because I tell you that makes a nice difference. But yeah, by the first or weekend of the 9th and 10th, look really steamy. All right, guys, that's going to wrap things up. I can't go full screen on this, so we will. Or yes, I can from over here. As I wrap things up, I will bid you adieu. God bless you. I love you. I mean it. And I hope to see you on KENS 5 News at 10 tonight. All right? Have a good evening, and we will see you.